Hi folks, I'd like to try a little experiment today. I'm going to pick a few articles from the mainstream media, some news headlines for the week, and maybe pose some pertinent questions, give you my take on it, and open it up for discussion. I've tried discussing a lot of these issues on the presenters, the newspapers, the comment sections, videos, what have you. But I find the censorship is just overwhelming. So here's my little experiment. We'll see how it goes. I welcome your comments. So hopefully we can get a good discussion going, and we can all learn something from each other. It's what I've been trying to do all along. There's certain agencies out there that are, shall we say, trying to mislead us. What their real agenda is, of course we don't know, but let's try to find out. I want to start with the gas prices this week. This week was announced record high gas prices. They're using Egypt as an excuse, the unrest in Egypt, the turmoil in Egypt as an excuse to jack our prices. This is simply a ruse to further gouge the general public. Egypt is not a major producer of petroleum. It does have the Suez Canal, through which projected claims of 4% of the world's oil is transported. However, there is no projected interference with the flow of traffic through the canal. This is simply an example of the oil cartels and the banksters hijacking a political movement, profiteering from political instability. I can hardly believe they're at it again. Let's move on. Let's talk about that train that derailed in Quebec. Now this started really ugly, and it's just getting worse. I can hardly figure out where to begin on this one. Well, first of all, let's see what happened. We had a fire on a locomotive. It was brought to a stop. The fire department came out, extinguished the fire, stopped the train, extinguished the fire, and gave it back to the company. And what did the company do? The company left the train unattended. Corporate cutbacks left a derelict, injured, toxic, hazardous, flammable, rescued train to simply roll downhill and evaporate an entire community. This is outrageous. How can people stand for this? Beyond that, why is no one even questioning the company? I have seen accusations online of political soapboxing over this. This is ridiculous. This must be spoken about. You can't just sweep it under the covers, under the sheets, under the mattress. This cannot continue to happen. This is an example of corporate cutbacks causing huge disasters. Far worse than any terrorist attack that any simple-minded fool could dream up. This is incompetence at its worst. Well, let's move on. Here's one about Latin America nations accusing the U.S. of spying. Of course, the whole Snowden affair. Well, this is a major issue for all of us. I think that we are witnessing the fall of the U.S. dollar as the preferred currency in the world. This is going to have major implications for everyone. South America were to cut ties with the U.S., we'd be watching the demise of the U.S. dollar as a global currency. The U.S. cannot keep invading or overthrowing governments that they don't like. Perhaps this is the fall of capitalism. Moving on. An article here from Al Jazeera states that the U.S. has been bankrolling the anti-Morsi activists. Well, we also know they've been bankrolling the pro-Morsi activists. it's official recognition. Big Brother pitting both sides against the other. I mean, I never used to buy into the conspiracy theories. I didn't like them. They were ugly. But, you know, after a while, you just can't deny it any longer. Nothing else fits. In my mind, you can't call it theory anymore. This is conspiracy. The real thing. Well, that's all I can think of for the moment. Please, I welcome your discussion.